Last week,
Good
Sunday, we actually talked on core values and what to consider. And in the course of the teaching, we had some individuals who are more of leaders, who are entrepreneurs. And our coordinator gave us examples of some, like Jacob Odulate, Howard Skolt, and I can't remember the third person, but he gave us 3 cited instances and what they did that make their business stand out, or their whatever it is they were doing stand out. And in the course of that, we discussed generally on core values. What are those things that we can do, or what are those things that we do that we feel we do personally in the course of our either businesses or our work that makes us stand out. That's what I understand by that. And he gave us an assignment that we should list 10 core values. And we all started like by listing the 10. Some of us individually were listing 10 core values, the ones we know that we are effective with, the ones we know that we do, and what we could do better. And we learned so many other core values that we could at least bring into our businesses and our workplaces. Now, I want to throw it open to us. I want to ask questions. And based on the assignment that was given us, we're asked to all write out 10 core values. And I would like to ask, first of all, I would like to ask us individually. I don't know if Mr. Henry can tell us part of the core values, what he came up with, the 10 core values he has, if he can share with us, and also tell us how it worked for him or what he had done on the core values he wrote out, how he had put it in practice, and how it had affected his either workplace or his business, either positively or negatively. I don't know if Mr. Henry is available to tell us, to give us a little brief of what happened before Wednesday.
Okay, madam. Now let me just add to the introduction to the background of what we did last week.
Yes,
the
sir.
assignment focuses on, we said you should pick 10 core values. Then from that 10 core values, you should now reduce it to
4.
A maximum of 4. So
Yes,
that
sir.
4, we now said that the 4, you should write it in the morning before going out, and you should write it again and repeat it to yourself when you come back, and find a way to apply that in your everyday dealings. So we now say, okay, based on that, what do you learn? What are the challenges? So these are the things we are discussing today. So back to you, madam.
Okay, so I don't know, Mr. Henry, I want you to tell us, out of the 10 core values, the 4 that stood out for you, and after speaking to yourself on it, what have you done? How have you practiced it, or how has it affected your business or your workplace? Over to Mr. Henry.
Henry is on the call. I think maybe network just throw him out. But we have Lars, we have Olayemi.
Okay.
So any one of them can go.
Okay, Mr. Olayemi, I don't know if you are with us. Olayemi. Okay, Amodu Lazarus. Amodu Lazarus. Hello? Hello?
I can hear you, madam.
I can hardly, nobody is talking. Amodu Lazarus and Olayemi, I don't know if they are there. Nobody seems to be saying anything. Sir, maybe you unmute any of them. I don't know who is available
Okay,
to talk.
Last, are you there? Lazarus, are you there? I guess he's having issue with his network. He has been active. Hello, Lazarus. Okay, let me start with myself. For me,
Okay,
I also participate in the exercise, that's a weekly task. And
Okay,
after
sir.
writing down about the 10 core values, I was able to reduce it to 4. And the 4 that stood out for me are mindfulness. The second one is integrity. The third one is community. And the fifth is excellence. So every morning,
Sorry.
excellence.
Okay. The first one you
Yes.
said.
Mindfulness.
Okay, sir.
Then,
Okay.
yeah. So I had a kind of acronym that so that I will not be able to forget. And I called it
Okay.
MICE. 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 MICE.
MICE. Okay.
So yeah, so you can also maybe rearrange your own to give it something that you can easily remember. So I made use of that
Oh,
every morning. If I'm going out, I have a small jotter where I ensure no matter how early I want to leave the house, I'll write it down. And I also even extended the task by ensuring that I even look out for the meaning. What does that word means to me? So I watched some videos about those
okay.
particular core values like mindfulness, so that I can be
Hmm.
able to have a clear understanding of what I'm just talking about. So on a
Okay.
daily basis, I do write it down, but at some time, the urge of not wanting to write down, maybe you want to quickly rush out, but because of
Yeah.
that integrity part of that core value, I will always come back and write it. If I don't want to do it, if I remember that, okay, the integrity means that I need to be truthful to myself, I need to be sincere to myself, that will
Mm.
force me. So what I learned from this exercise is that I think I was able to develop this consciousness within me.
Okay.
That is
Okay.
one thing I discover. And I also realized that it is something that you have to practice over time for it to be part of you. So if you just practice it for just those few days that we've given, you may not be able to, it may not really be part of you. And I also see that in all my dealings, in everything I do during the week, all these things play out. Before I speak, I ensure that at least these 4 things are present in in the way I interact with my environment. So those are
Okay.
the things that stood out for me from the exercise. So I would like to also hear from other people too. Back to you, the coordinator and the anchor of the program.
Like for me, customer service stood out. Efficiency stood out. High level of kindness stood out. Then respect played out in my task, because the nature of what I do, I I serve people. That's the word to use. I serve people in the area of designing of dresses and all that. Prior to this time, I only had one customer, and that's because I'd not been stable with it. And I had so many people who believed so much in me even before I started this project. But I was always slacking behind. And the moment I told them, okay, I'm serious now, I'm back, I started getting more of them come back to me. And at a point, they asked questions. Okay, how come? What happened? Why did you just all of a sudden come up? In fact, the number of dresses I had never made before, I have made as I speak to you between Sunday and now. On Sunday, after Sunday, by Monday, I got like 5 dresses to make. I had corporate wears to make. I had
Wow.
native dresses. And I was telling myself that I can't meet up with this, I was even telling them one of the persons who was close to me, who is close to me, that I'm not sure I'll be able to meet up with this. And she told me, she said, Ini, you can do it. You can. And as I speak to you, I'm done with her clothes.
Wow.
I'm done with about 4 corporate dresses for her children, for her daughter, who is in the law school right now. I've made 4 corporate dresses, and I've been able to make 2 native, traditional wedding dress for her too. I just concluded this project today. I decided to put in more effort and become more efficient. At the same time, I told myself, I said, no, that I can't keep telling myself, okay, the workload is much. It's not like I have a hand. I do it myself. So it's not like I give it out to people to do for me. I do it myself because I just feel nobody can give me the perfect work I would want. So I decided to take it up by myself, and I started doing it. So I became more efficient. Then I respected I gave them more of the respect they deserve. And customer service, I had worked in the banking sector before, at least for 18 years. So I understand what it means to be able to talk to people. I understand how to manage people. So customer service had never been an issue with me. So that's just what I was able to come up with. And
But do you write down these words, these phrases every morning before going out and when you come back?
No, I didn't write
week?
them, but I have them already written.
Okay.
I have
the essence of the task is for you to write it down in the morning and read it to yourself. And when you come back at night, before you go to bed, you also read it out. So that it can really, anything you write down, it gradually becomes part of you. That was the essence of it, yes. So once you write it for as long as, let me say, if you can practice it for like a month, it will just automatically becomes part of you. So you continue with it, yeah.
The truth is, I wrote 13.
Okay.
And I'm trying to see how I can, I will be able to discipline myself to that point. I don't think I'll really need, it's good to have it written. I have it written, like I said, but I don't read it to myself because I had to wake up from Monday when I got this job. I wake up early. At times I work at night. So I'll be able to meet up with my work. So I've been able to do more than I thought I could. Yes,
thank you for sharing. So continue with the program. You can call on any other person.
Okay. I don't know if Aliyu Yusuf can talk to us, can tell us his own task. The fourth.
All right, thank you very much, Madam Naomi, and good evening, everyone. Yeah, the task has to do with we having core values written down, morning and also evening. For me, I had it on my laptop, right? So, and I was always in my laptop. So, what I did, I created a personal. I've always had a personal group chat where I pen down stuff for the day, things I need to do. I call it TDL, like to-do list. So I just put it there. And for me, about 5 core values stood out for me from Sunday to date. Number 1 was integrity. I mean, my core strength, or what I do basically, integrity matters, especially when it comes to managing people. So I'm an image management and online reputation strategist. So basically, integrity matters when I discuss with client and not. So integrity, which has to do with honesty, sincerity, and all. So number 1, what took for me was integrity. Number 2 was communication. So what I did for the past few days was to reach out to more people than I ever did. But in June, basically I did more within the past 3 days. I had to do the cold calling. Most times back then, I would just have to rely on messages, maybe via LinkedIn, via mail. But this time I just had to reach out basically, and I called or talked to them. And some of them, it was more of a positive response. So number 2 was communication. Number 3 was courage. Courage in the sense that, so it happens sometimes we tend to feel like, oh, probably this agency organization is quite big. I don't think I can offer any service to them and all. It had happened to me in the past. I thought I'd worked on it. I felt like it was more of self-esteem kind of issue. But this time I had the courage to reach out to some individuals, some organizations. Like, no, I won't stop here. I just reach out. And as of today, I was able to just create a service fee using Coachly. Coachly is a customized website whereby you can add your own service there, and they help you customize your what you do and the fee. Maybe I can also drop the link for you all to go through it and give me feedback. And finally, it was gratitude. No, the 4th one was gratitude. It was just being happy about life, being thankful. I used to beat myself. If you ever had an opportunity to be close to me, even if I get an opportunity to win or get a very big contract, the next few hours or next 30 minutes, you see me telling that one, there could be something better. But I just found myself being thankful, being happy, and hopeful and all. And finally, customer focused. For the past 3 days, I've had to spend more time looking at, what would really work for this customer, taking out the idea of I need to take from this person. Most time when we do all the whole marketing stuff, we tend to forget about the need of that individual. If we really need to help them, we focus more on what comes to us or what is our gain. So this time I focus more on my customers kind of, and I just reached out. So that's the 5 skills I spent time, and I think I'll take them forward. These are my core values and my core strength kind of. So thank you very much. Yeah.
Sorry, I want to ask one more question. Mr. Ali Yusuf.
Yeah.
Did you have any challenge? What were your challenges?
Okay. So basically, I don't, maybe I won't call it like a challenge. I most time just see challenges like a piecemeal should happen. So probably at the point, it rang in my head all through. Probably when I want to break any rules, like, especially the integrity aspect, there's this rush that will just come in. Oh, Toastmasters, I really need to get this done. I had a client, I'm working on a school branding and all. And while we've been working for the past few days, so there's this flyer I knew there's no way I could get it across. She needed it before 4 p.m. that day. And at some point, just because I needed to impress, I almost saw myself saying, yes, I'll get it across. But I had to reach back and say, Ma, is it possible for me to get it for you before, maybe latest tomorrow morning? I don't think I'll be able to do that. But after doing that, I was also very happy because back then I never saw it as lies. I saw it as white lies. These days we decided to call. So, but I was so bold to just tell the person, no, I can't get it across because when I checked my TDL, my to-do list for the day, I never had that for her specifically. So I think that was the only issue I faced, kind of, right? So I won't call it a challenge, just normal thing that just happened during the day.
Thank you so much, Mr. Aliyu.
You're welcome.
I don't know if Mr. Amodu Lazarus can talk to us, can say something to us as regards the task that he was given, that we were given as an assignment, and the 4 core values that stood out for you. If you could share with us your experience and how you went about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, highly esteemed Mrs. Nomi. I want to use this opportunity to say thank you also to Mr. Sadiq. Well, at the course of the week, sincerely, I was heavily blessed because
Okay.
I refreshed my mind, I brainwashed myself to start all over again, assumed I don't know anything regarding entrepreneurship. So I've been blessed. I read a book titled Corporate Entrepreneurs, and the first page of that book started with a quote from Stephen C. Organ, and it says, "You can't have a $1 million dream with a minimum wage work ethics." And we learned about core values, that core values are personal ethics that guide us when making decisions, when building relationships, or when solving problems, starting businesses. So I did the tax. I was able to come out with 15 core values. Then it was difficult to separate 5 to get 4 because 5 actually stood out like pillars before me. Now,
Okay.
those five values: vision, innovation, imagination, persistence, creativity. I got to know at the course of the tax that these core values, they are guiding principles. They are things that has helped every great entrepreneurs to achieve outstanding results. For instance, I looked at vision. Somebody like Walter Disney, he was a great entrepreneur during his time. It was vision that made him did what he do during his lifetime. Then innovation too. We look at people like Thomas Edison, Albert Einstein, Henry Ford. Innovation was core value that helped these people. Then looking at imagination too. Look at people like Nikola Tesla, who shaped the world in a different way. They worked by their imaginations. It now got to me that sincerely, these values that I wrote down, they have been with me all this while, but I have not really taken notes of them. I practice these things. I write them down on different papers. Then I begin to see that these things actually I have flashes of them in me. For instance, I'm into agriculture. After the Sunday meeting, I've read for over 15 hours on most of my abandoned innovation. I used to produce feed for my chickens, but because of the cost of maize, I diverted into using cassava. At a point, I read a lot of articles and people were condemning the use of cassava. I innovated and I found out that most of the information we got online are not actually true. Yes, they are not actually true, and I wonder why it's like that. I got outstanding results from, though not as compared 100% to using maize, but far better than some of the informations online. The only thing that needed to be done is just to fortify the cassava and you will have good results. I'm just speaking on that aspect of innovation now.
Okay.
At the course of all these things I've written, I think I'm beginning to see that these values, if I properly harness them, there is so much that I can do. So much that I can do because I see things beyond my optical eyes, and that is about vision, seeing further than the eyes can see. While we look not at the things that are seen, but at the things that are unseen. For the things that are seen are temporal, but the things that are unseen are eternal. That means those things that are unseen are real. Just like this guy that drew the helicopter, what's his name now? 400 years before the invention, he was able to see it, but others couldn't. So as an entrepreneur, I think vision is one of my core value. Imagination also. Then creativity. Based on this assignment, it has really helped me to know that these are guiding principles, and I am now set to work properly on these things, to innovate more, to bring more things into existence. In this great book I read, The Corporate Entrepreneur, there was a passage that talked about somebody gave a quote. A white man was saying that human wants are unlimited, but the resources used in meeting them are limited. Somebody Smith said that. But when I explore my imaginative aspect, I roam over my imagination, I found out that as an entrepreneur, to me, that statement should not be true, because the resources is not limited. For instance, we throw cassava peel away because there is no visionary leader in that area. If there are if there are entrepreneurs that have vision, cassava peel will be used into something else that will be of benefit to mankind. We throw corn cob away. As an entrepreneur, corn cob can be used to make a product that can be beneficial to human. So there are more resources. They are never limited. What is limited is vision in that area.
Okay.
I have really been blessed, and I am working on it. I'm not stopping here. I am still doing the assignment, because it's like the more I write, the more I get to develop, to awaken some creative aspect of me, imaginative aspect of me, to awaken the vision aspect of me and the creative aspect of me. Thank you so much.
That's a good one. Thank you so much, Mr. Amadu. God bless you. So next, can we, I don't know, is iPhone 3 or so? iPhone 3 or so.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening,
everyone.
Good evening. We had a task given to us on Sunday, and we're asked to write our core values. I don't know if you did the assignment, you did the task.
Yeah, I did the task. Yes, good evening,
Okay.
everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah, I did the task, and for me,
sorry, hello? 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 Okay. Okay, I guess her phone is having network issues. Can Olayemi Olawale tell us or tell us what he did as regards his task? Olayemi Olawale, while we are waiting for iPhone XR.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Olayemi.
Yes. Regarding my task, I was able to carve out 4 core values that resonate with me, which are integrity, determination, success, and knowledge.
Okay.
Those are the 4 values.
So how did it work for you? And what were your challenges in the course of the week while you were practicing or putting it in mind while you were going about your business? How did it work for you? And what were your challenges? Can you share with us so we can learn?
There isn't too much challenges, but I will start from integrity. The integrity parts, where your customer sees you have a good integrity, they will tend to bring good businesses and able to link up with good customers with you. So then determination, you have a what can I say? Hello.
Hello, we're with you.
Determination, when you have a good you have a strong mind about what you want to do, and you have set up your mind on what you want to do in your business, and you keep achieving.
Mm. Okay.
Those are the two I really worked on.
The success and the knowledge.
Yes, working on that.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. You didn't have any other challenge. You didn't have any challenge in the course of the task.
No.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Olayemi. God bless you. So can we go back to Mr. Henry? I don't know if Mr. Henry has spoken. Okay, Mariam, sorry. Mariam.
All right, good evening.
Good evening,
Yes.
Mariam.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah,
So
you're welcome.
going by the task given to us over the week, I was able to come up with 4 major core values that has been
Okay.
working for me in line with the nature of my business. And the
Okay.
first for me was creativity. The nature of my business, what I do, I'm an event planner. You
Okay.
need to be creative, you know. Creativity rules the world now. We have a lot of people out there doing the same thing, but what makes you stand out is how creative you are, what you can put to the table, how extra you can go extraordinary that will make your clients, that will wow them, to make them feel like, oh no, this person should just handle my event. So for me, creativity, I feel like it's something that really works for me. You just have to every day brainstorm to be creative, come up with something unique, something extra, adding spice up your whatever you have to do, and make it look extra, even if it's something that people have been doing, but there's something about it, you just add this touch to it that will make people feel like, no, this person has to do this for me, so for me, creativity first, then secondly, respect, because I found out that people love to be respected. You need to respect your client's opinion, regardless. Sometimes you find out that some people are not even, what they are saying or what they are putting on the table is not even something that you could work with. But you respecting their value and making them understand, no, this is the best way to go about it. With respect, you can get a lot. You can take a lot from people when you respect them, and when you make them know they are being respected, you respect their opinion, because this is what you want, and I know this thing is not good for you as an event planner, as somebody that wants to manage your activity. But respect, I find out that when I sit them down respectfully, you follow them and you respect their opinion, but make them see reason why this is better off. You see, they follow you, they quickly switch, and they give you the opportunity to lead the way. So for me, creativity, respect. And how do you end those things if you don't have integrity? The third one is integrity. Integrity plays a major role, a major part of our daily activity, especially as an entrepreneur. You have to have this integrity. What is it when you're creative? You have everything. People say, but your integrity is zero. People will be like, no, that person, I don't feel that person is what, or that person is somebody you can. So we need that integrity. We need to build our integrity. For me, integrity is very key. It's paramount. It's something we should always, make sure we inculcate into our core values as an entrepreneur, because we need that integrity. We need to stand out. We need people to see us as, okay, worthy of, doing something for them. So creativity, respect, integrity, then service delivery, efficiency, because I just need to deliver. The nature of my business, I just need to deliver. Service delivery, efficiency is so key, because for someone to look up to you and give you an event, the success and the failure of that event could make or mar that event. So you just service delivery is just key. And it's something I've always worked over. I go extra length. I make sure whatever way, my aim, my vision is just to deliver. As in, at the end of the day, let the person know, yes, this person planned my event. I will be able to even refer, because the delivery is just the final aspect of it, because if you don't deliver, it's like a failure. Because when you have
Yeah.
an event and you have couple of people, thousands of people come for an event and you could not deliver, is not something that is not, so delivery is something that is another core value that I realized that it is so important. So creativity, respect, integrity, service delivery, efficiency. So those are the things that really stood out during the week that I found out that is so efficient, going by the nature of my own business. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mariam. That was a nice one. All right. Over to our boss, Mr. Sadiq. I don't know.
Yeah,
Hello,
thank
sir.
you, Madam Naomi, for the excellent coordination and anchoring. So I
Thank
don't
you
know, it's
so
like Henry has not said anything. Henry, would you like to say something before we... Henry, are you with us? Okay. So once again, thank you, Madam Naomi, for coordinating this section.
Thank you.
Okay, Henry, you want to say something?
Yes, sir.
Would you
Good
like...
evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Will you respond to the question?
Okay. Good evening, sir, and good evening to Mrs. Naomi and to every other person in the platform.
Good evening,
Actually,
sir.
from the assignment given to us precisely last Sunday in respect of the core values that deals with one's personality, I was able to picture out 5 out of the 13 I wrote down during the course of the week. And syllabically, that is what I captioned rebirth. In the sense, rebirth, first, the R there is respect, the I goes for integrity, the B goes for bravery, excellence, and trust. These are the major 5 core values I pictured out during the week. First, he said respect for self, for oneself, and for others. In our society today, respect is a major core value in every given business and needs to be updated, irrespective of your individuality, no matter your complexion. Respect is a major core value because looking down on somebody is a striking point which is very detrimental to one's business. When you overlook somebody, and the caption the person, this person has no manner
I can hardly hear you. It's like network.
Eric, can you change your location? Or you can move away from where you are. We can't hear you again. We're losing you.
About integrity. Integrity can be placed on this team. Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello, sir. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so I'm talking about integrity.
We can't hear you anymore. I can't hear you.
Something that has to deal. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Hello, sir. Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to deal with one's personality. A certain number of, because in life, integrity, they say, shows the real character of a person. So for every given business, integrity, being human, at least integrity should be 95% in every given business platform. So during the course of the week, I was able to picture out respect and integrity as the major vital role for every given business because of the nature of what I do. Then talking about bravery. In every given business, the word bravery helps to stand out in every business. It prompts your creativity in what you lay your hands upon. It prompts your fruitfulness. It determines your headway to what you are doing. That is to say, bravery helps you or I to escape mistrust, to escape ruthlessness, and to escape defeat from other people which might be trying to lure your business down. So having that goal in mind, you see, you'll be all balanced. Then talking about excellence, in every given business, one is expected to have a touch of excellence, which we speak either social, media-wise, or physically. When you have a touch of excellence, you see ShopRite, they have touch of excellence. So whatever one is doing, and there is this atom of touch of excellence, you see, irrespective of you communicating to others, people will become alike. The work I do, for example, right now, my boss lady is a woman who's after all activities have been carried out, when you come in, you discover things will marvel you. With the nature of touch of excellence you see around, you discover, you ask, wow, is this really happening in Nigeria? Or you think you are over there in the States. So touch of excellence matters in every given business. And lastly, trust. Why do I say trust? Trust is something, is placing a capacity on you that you can deliver. And when the people outside trust you, that they know you can deliver, and at the end you are not able to deliver, then that is when mistrust comes inside. So for every given business, there is this platform for trust. And once you are able to meet up with this trust on daily basis, the sky will be your limit. So I appreciate for the little audience that has been given to me. So during the course of the week, this is what I was able to draft out.
Thank you so much, Mr. Henry. Back to our coordinator, our boss himself.
Thank you,
Mr. Sadiq.
Yes, I don't know. I think I can see iPhone. I don't know if the iPhone would also like to make a comment before we round up for today.
Okay.
If you are the one using iPhone, would you like to speak? Okay, so I think we've had a great evening. We've learned from each other. So I'd like to thank Madam Naomi for anchoring this section. And this is how we do it. By doing this, we are also improving our home public speaking too, and the ability to take our business to the next level. There is a segment where we are going to learn about organizing events. And for you to organize events, you need to know how to speak. So there is one of our facilitators. She's with us here. That is Madam Miriam. She will be the one to facilitate that section. And I believe that by the time she facilitates that section, we will know how to use what we are doing right now to create publicity for our brands. So with that, we've learned a lot. It shouldn't end here. Let us continue to practice that exercise. I know Lazarus has said it a lot, that he never knew that he has so much hidden talent within him. But by the fact that he writes it down on a daily basis, and we have also mentioned it too, most of us on the call this evening, that we try to be conscious and apply this thing in our daily life. So it is good for us to continue in that part. Do it as much as possible until it becomes part of you. So I would like to thank you for participating in this evening section. The next segment is going to be next week, hopefully. And I think we are expecting a guest that time. That one is going to be a kind of open house. It's not going to be open to only the cohort of this entrepreneurship program. We are expecting more people, and we are doing because we believe that we are having a very strong entrepreneur to come talk to us. And if you have your question, you can prepare your question, at least one question that has been a pain point for you think about it very well so that at least the form will be out. Mr. Ali is the one helping us in the area of promoting because he's an PR person and an online reputation management. So it's going to help us to anchor that. By the time he shares it, I would like us to at least fill the information and share with our contacts, serious contacts, people that you know that they want to really improve their entrepreneurship journey, because by the time we empower more people, we'll be able to at least reduce poverty in our community and create jobs for the teeming people, the teeming young population. And with that, I would like to say thank you and have a good evening rest. So bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye,
Thank you,
sir.
Thank you, sir. Good night,
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone. Thank you,
Thank you. Good night, sir.
Lazarus, Aleyu, Olayemi, Madam Miriam, Henry, and iPhone. We thank you. And everyone that attend to this section. Bye-bye, and see you next time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.